facing Jordan Love. Take a listen.
They have a lot of the same guys from the past really good teams they've had, and a quarterback who does exactly what he's coached to do, which Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Famer and unbelievable, but he kind of went outside of the realm of coaching, and sometimes it's good when you have a guy who does what he's coached to do.
Okay. I think that was a compliment. I was not 100% sure.
Didn't feel like a compliment.
But it kind of
You don't think it was a compliment?
We can't figure it out.
I thought it was, but it could go.
Yeah. Is Love exceeding expectations in his replacement duty for Rodgers?
Yeah, I absolutely think he's exceeding expectations. He's exceeding my expectation. And when he redid his contract going into this year, instead of waiting for the fifth-year option, and he took less money, and the club got him for less money, and they said it was a great deal, to me it looked like he wasn't very confident in his ability, and that concerned me. And then he comes out and he plays as well as he has. And let's compare him. I want to show you these numbers, him versus Rodgers' first year as a starter. So this is apples to apples, and he's better in every single category across the board. All right, now when you watch him play, to say he's not doing anything outside of the system, that's not fair either, especially lately. And I want to show you a tape that I think shows us really clearly. So this is a great play and a great design by Green Bay. They're in empty, so typically in an empty formation, you assume all 5 wide receivers are going to go out, and you're going to just block with the 5 offensive linemen. So Dallas has an automatic blitz against this. They're going to bring both inside linebackers. So they're going to bring 6 against Green Bay's 5, which means the ball should have to come out hot. But the way that Green Bay's designed this, they've got the tight end close to the formation, they've got the running back close to the formation. Now in this blitz for Dallas, everybody's in man-to-man defense. Okay, so it's man-to-man, and there's no help because, again, you're assuming the ball's coming out hot. When this happens, that means the entire middle of the field is wide open. That you're not going to get any help, and you've got to take away the inside. Green Bay motion Wicks down, and now Wicks is going to run and be covered by Stephon Gilmore. He's going to push up vertically, then he's going to stem out at Gilmore, Wicks, who's a rookie against a veteran, widen Gilmore and come inside to where that space is. Gilmore's thinking, that's fine. This route shouldn't be able to develop the way that it's developed and threaten that middle of the field because we're bringing max pressure. Green Bay blocks the tight end. They block the running back. Now they've got 7 guys blocking Dallas's 6, and the offensive line is going to slide to those 2 linebackers. Jordan Love comes back. The linebacker reads around, jumps, is in his face. Jordan sees the break. You can see downfield. The break is just happening now by Wicks, and he delivers this ball on a line away from Gilmore for the touchdown. So to me, it's great in terms of recognizing that you're going to get max pressure, knowing you've got it picked up, being willing to sit in the pocket, wait for Wicks to run his route, and then throw over the top of the linebacker. Those things aren't just doing.
By numbers, right.
Yeah. This is a more advanced version of Jordan Love than anything we saw in the beginning of the season, and a great design by Green Bay.
No, that was a great illustration, Coach, because I think he kind of gives you the best of both worlds. Like he can be on time, but he also he's athletic enough and skilled enough where he can go off time as well. But look, both of us I thought he'd be good this year. Just a little bit I saw last year, I was impressed. I thought he grew a lot. And that's why I picked him to make the playoffs in the preseason. But nobody saw this. Like, he was second in the league in touchdown passes with 32, and he didn't have any great receivers. Now, they may become great, but they're young, and, none of them had close to 1,000 yards.
That's right.
And then the run game wasn't great until recently with Aaron Jones when he kind of came back from injury. So it's wildly impressive.
That's why Coach showed Rodgers' first-year starter versus Jordan's first-year starter. I think even the more impressive thing is because obviously those are drastically different teams, coaching staffs, everything. Rodgers last year, Jordan this year. We have 2. I understand, like, for some reason yesterday when I did the Baker versus Brady thing, everybody had an allergic reaction to it. And it's not talking about this guy is better historically than that guy. This guy's going to be that guy. It's a simple question of, did the new guy come in and give you improved quarterback play over the veteran legend? And in both cases, the answer is yes. And in this case, it's unequivocal. They won more games. They were better. The vibes were better. That's your thing.
The vibes
and all
were
those things.
unbelievably
Jordan
better.
Love was able to throw for 300 yards, which Rodgers hasn't done.
24 games.
In 24 games.
Sorry,
and so, like,
Jets fan, that's true.
I mean, that is, he had the same guys and was better. And unlike Aaron last year against Green Bay or the year before against San Francisco, he won his playoff game and played great in it.
Yep.
Last year or against Detroit for Green Bay for Aaron, the pseudo playoff.
Just quickly, your vaccine status, if you're going to put that up.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Double vax, non-moving. Sorry. You're right. Good point.
Make sure we're buttoned up. As Baker revitalizing his career next. Electric show. Coach Mangini is here. You know, the knock on Brock Purdy is that he's just a game manager who doesn't carry his team. Just Mr. Irrelevant put in a happy situation. Well, while preparing to host the Packers, Brock pulled the old 8 Mile defense. Actually, I am a game manager. Take a listen.
I sort of take it as a compliment in terms of being a game manager and a system quarterback. I feel like, you know, if you can do that well and be consistent in that, like, you're going to win games by doing that. So I sort of take it as a compliment at times, too.
Okay.
Well said. Well said, young man.
Nick, is it more likely Purdy is the reason the 49ers win or lose?
This week,
No,
it's way more likely he's the reason they lose, but they won't lose. I don't think they're going to lose. Let me make it clear. Like I think it's very, very tough for the Niners to lose in this spot. They're the healthier, more experienced, more well-rested team. This is why you fight for the 1 seed, not only to get the bye, but you then get the team almost by definition that was least likely to win the previous round because you get the worst available seed, a team that is, I don't want to say had their Super Bowl last week. I don't want to disrespect what they did. But the Packers, that was a hell of a moment for them.
Can't lose.
And I understand, yeah, can't lose. There you go. I understand we argued about how good the Packers defense is or isn't, and they looked very good against Dallas. But I don't think that Packers defense is going to be able to handle the Niners' weapons, the Shanahan offense, and what Purdy's going to do. I don't think they're going to be able to handle it. So the only way, Coach, I could see the Niners losing is if Purdy melts down. I'm not predicting it. It's not what I think is going to happen. But if you were to ask me, more likely that people are like, oh, my God, Brock Purdy carried us to victory, or oh, my God.
Yeah, if they lost.
If they lost, I think the only way they can lose is Purdy mistakes.
And
Well, go ahead, Coach.
It's interesting when you watch these guys, and I agree with you, Nick. The only way they're going to lose is if Brock Purdy melts down, and they shouldn't. They have the advantage in almost every area. And when you look at the season during his 3-game losing streak, it was like three touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Right. They scored 17 points. The game against Baltimore, I think it was 19 points. So when it goes bad for San Francisco, it goes really bad. When it goes good, it's extremely good. 9 out of their 12 wins were